Welcome back, Canes family, to another film review. Y'all see the title, receiver room review. 4 games, enough a little small sample size to see what we're getting from our receiver room. A lot to like here, even though we're still hunting for some of those big plays, man. A lot to like here in our receiving core. A lot of guys showing they can win one-on-one matchups and be, big time guys. So let's get straight into it. We'll start off with our 17-year-old at the time. Phenom Malachi Tony is now turned 18. They have 2 high safety right here. He's dropping, right? This little hesitation here to slow out this defender. And man, he has outside leverage. His help's inside. You mull him to sleep, right? This is just simple, just great route running with your tempo. And now you get over the top. If this ball is on time, you're running into the back of the end zone. However, you have pressure here from Carson Beck. So this is what I love from Malachi Tony on this play. He's getting negative. He's going to, instead of running here and waiting for the ball to get to him, he's going to run and get to the football. That's what we call getting negative, running back to the football. He's going to beat this defensive back to the ball. There's an undercut lane here. You have to get negative and get back over the top of him so that DB can't undercut it, wins the race to the football. You'll see it a little bit better here on this view. So you see, yeah, he was open for a long time. Kudos to Carson Beck for being able to get out of this pressure here. Cut right there. Beats the defender to the ball. That's what we call getting negative. Love to see it from a young receiver. Again, taking a look at our freshman Phenom's route running ability. He's the point man here in the trip stacks. He's going to be running to dig across. Watch this play to develop, Canes family. See something right here? He's about a yard past the sticks, right? See where he catches, see where this defender is? Right around 3-4 yards past the sticks. That's where that ball is going. Look how he gets negative back to that football and plucks it out of the air to make sure he's able to get to this football first and out of the way. If he keeps running straight like this, he's going to run straight into that cornerback. So again, using his ability to get negative and run back to the football, plucking it with his hands to ensure that, one, he doesn't just get leveled on this, and he completes, makes a for sure completion with strong hands. So just great technique here. Better look at here now coming across. Again, racing to the football, creating separation. Really good job here from Tony Johnson. Love what he's represented in the middle of the field so far this year. Man coverage, no wasted motion. He has inside leverage. Pop, pop. Go ahead, double stick, get inside, showing he can create separation versus man coverage. Hold on with a big hit. A guy who's fighting for, maybe 4th, 5th on the target, showing he can consistently get over the middle. We'll get to this next clip, but just love it, man. A man beater for sure. While this is a Joshua Moore touchdown, we're in here tight. They're going to motion Tony Johnson out, and he's going to win this one-on-one matchup inside in the slot. If Carson Beck wanted it, it was there for the taking. Again, showing he could win versus man coverage with quickness, eating up this cushion from the DB. I like the small sample size we've gotten from Tony Johnson. He looks like he could be a guy 4th or 5th on our, in that pecking order, just making these plays, for us versus man coverage. Obviously, this is the crosser that breaks open for Joshua Moore's first tutty as a Hurricane, which we'll get to Joshua Moore a little bit later in this review. Trips bunch stack on the hash. You're gonna have a clear out with the switch underneath from Tony Johnson. This play looks like it's designed for Malley, which he was open. However, just great job from Tony Johnson getting across the middle and getting his eyes on it. Then obviously he makes the safety miss and gets downfield. So when it comes to reliability and depth in the core, I do think that there's some untapped potential here, but intriguing flashes from players like Tony Johnson continuously winning reps across the middle in space. I love to see that, to be honest with you. Yeah, now he's making guys miss and running downfield. I think that's definitely something when it comes to the depth of the receiver room. Then we cut back to our freshman Phenom here versus man coverage. So tight splits again. Nice little hesitation. No indicators in this route. 1-2 steps and then gets back negative. See how he makes his plant here on the 50. He's catching that ball at the 49, 48.5. Getting to the football, getting negative. Really good footwork and just route running. Really, there's no indicators here. You'll see it here. What is this DP supposed to see coming, right? He knows his DN's going in. This is him man on man. What is this DB expecting? Squares him up. Outside, boom, boom, 1-2. Now he's getting back negative to the football, creating more separation, which allows him to run after the catch. So some very special things going on here from our freshman receiver. Very advanced with his route running technique. It's not just CJ who could, not just Mally, who could run these routes and get in and out of his breaks here. So we have CJ Daniels in that same formation. It's the same play we just ran versus Notre Dame. Now it's CJ Daniels in there going one-on-one versus a linebacker, making him fall. It's raining, so very hard to keep your feet here, but he's able to make this route, run this whip route with extreme precision here. Attacking, you want to attack that outside shoulder, make that DB commit and try to push up. Once he does, he ends up slipping on all fours. That's just great route running ability. So we're going to get into CJ. He's obviously more a downfield threat and contested catch threat, but he also still has that route running ability. A lot of guys with this route running ability in this receiving core, I think it's really balanced out. 3 ways to create separation in your route: release, second level avoidance, and your top of the route, right? So you're going to see a great job here from CJ. This is one-on-one coverage of 2 safeties high. Here at the top of the route, creating this separation, right? This is around 3 to 4 yard gap in between. If it wasn't for Carson Beck, again, this is also a raining game. So great job here. Dives outside, diamond release is getting out, steals that inside leverage, 1, 2, 3 at the top. Very good feet work. The DB can't keep up. And so if it wasn't for this pressure, this ball would have been completed here with yards after the catchability, which would help some of the explosive plays that we're not seeing as often from the receiving core. But the route running and ability to create space versus man coverage is there. That's why I'm not really stressing about the big plays yet in the passing game. If it wasn't for this pressure, Carson Beck having to just, step up. Actually, really not no pressure. He just stepped up. However, it just created a little inaccurate of a throw, but plenty of space to put it from CJ to CJ. I'm going to just show one example here because I'm not going to dunk on Beck because there's always going to be plays where people are wide up running open. So we'll get to this. This is a great job here. Marian's been winning inside verse number 15 on this drive here. Love this from the receiver fighting through. So you see a lot of, it takes inside release. A lot of guys, they try to make sure they don't get touched. I love Marian running through the contact here. This is a senior operating, running through the contact, getting back to the football, and then going down low, making a low catch, right? So great job here from Marian. That's physicality at the receiver. These are 2 seniors playing senior football. You just have to look at CJ Daniels at the top. Look at this move he puts on this corner. There's going to be some big plays coming. It could be versus Florida State. I would not be surprised because we have had some chances. And without rep ball or some, just getting back with his receivers, man, I could see Carson Beck hitting some of these, man. See, this is one we do hit. Is it the best pass? No, but that comes with timing and reps with his receivers. Now they're trying to show a 2-man under. See this corner leaving, moving her. You get the safety over here. So now they're more in a cover 3 look, and then we take advantage of them on a double move, stutter and go. You see Carson Beck pat that football. He's selling that stutter, letting it go downfield. So this ball, plenty of separation. We would love to see this ball just be delivered here, and Josh Moore just runs underneath it. We get the head tap, great concentration from the young freshman to complete this touchdown. So we would love to see the blur, but we have, completed some long balls downfield, one of these being one of the ones. So great job here from Joshua Moore, freshman, just, helping his quarterback out and us completing one of these long balls for a tutty. Single high safety. This is a senior here. He has inside DBs playing outside leverage because it helps inside. So great job here on his release, making sure he can get outside with a little hesitation, slowing the DB up and then getting outside. It's a double move here. Carson Beck's going to throw it, but this time instead of being, late and underthrown, he throws it with the safety coming over to that outside shoulder. This is a beautiful hands catch here from Marian, one of the better catches of the year. If we're being real, for the Miami Hurricanes, just excellent job stuttering and going, giving the quarterback so much room. He started this route at the bottom of the numbers, a little bit inside, and now still giving him so much room to put that football. Then he goes out there and plucks it. Just a great job here from Marian. This is teach tape for a receiver, giving your quarterback room and space to throw that football over your shoulder. So again, it's not like we haven't hit any explosive passing touchdowns. We're just wanting a little bit more. You get one here, trips bunch here. We're getting CJ isolated man on a double move. We just showed you 2 double moves. So we're definitely taking advantage of teams in man coverage with double moves. This is a sick one from CJ. This is a great job here from the safety getting over. However, he just thought he could just wait for an interception to come to him and not attack the football. So now we just make a one-handed catch in the pouring rain. Might add you. So just an amazing catch here, and route here from CJ, creating separation. So if we see that man coverage from Florida State as they try to stop this run, I mean, we have playmakers who can make these plays for us here on the outside. I love to see, just our guys given the opportunity to continue to go out there and make these plays. It's not like we haven't had success throwing the ball downfield. It's just not as frequent as Canes fans would like, especially with our running game being as elite as it is. But we have had these type of success plays. So trips here, bunch to the left. We're isolating CJ Daniels here one-on-one, and we're giving one of our better playmakers, if not our best playmaker. He's definitely up there, a chance one-on-one, who's just going to make this amazing play. Going through pass interference, reaching out, snatching this all hands. Just super impressive here from CJ Daniels, one-on-one deep. We've done pretty well before halftime. 2 minute, we did it before, Notre Dame, Bethune, now doing it, moving the ball here versus USF. We're going to throw a pick after this, so I guess I should say too well. But just a great job here from CJ Daniels, making the play 1v1 when given the opportunity. When we've gone deep, we've been efficient with making these. It just really haven't been enough attempts downfield. Pouring rain. Imagine a fifth-year senior waiting for, a 17, 18-year-old to get separation in a rivalry game, but this is what it is. Double stack here formation. So CJ's going to clear out. Mally's going to come underneath and just attack that outside shoulder of the defender. It's just great technique. So you turn them outside. Great little at the top of the route. Nice little extension. Be physical here at the top. He's over here grabbing him. Get him off you. Get underneath. Get back to the quarterback. Get back to the football. Creates 4 yards of separation for Carson Beck. So imagine, this. He's looking for Malachi the whole way. So just a great job here from Mally. We had a double move and an out and up here. Wasn't there. Great job here from Mally. Carson Beck's waiting on him, and he delivers. The stat sheet isn't blowing up with Marian, but he has been a steady senior presence for us, just not doing too much, right? The guy's giving you inside. His inside help is there, but instead of just going so far inside, look how he gets back, stacking up and getting back vertical, giving no indicator. So now the defender is trying to close back on that space, and now we snap it inside. Ball's a little late because Carson Beck was reading right to left, but still enough separation for even when the ball is late for it to get there due to his route running. That's not getting too wide, getting back vertical in his route, and giving Carson Beck an outlet to throw this football. And this is one of the luxuries of having, it's a 7-yard completion, but it's one of the luxuries of having, senior players that understand spacing. So we have these tight splits, right? CJ Daniels is going to come on the flat, wide in this corner here. We're trying to hit this hitch route here, but you can't just run here and stop. You have to take an inside stem, attack that outside shoulder. It's just great technique, right? So attack that. You see that inside stem from Marian, attack that outside shoulder. Trust to the offense. CJ is going to take that corner here. Now you break it off, and that you're in that created space. That's just tricks to the trade. It's not the most explosive play, but this is 2 seniors just operating, and these move the chains for you. So it raises the entire ceiling of the offense if your receivers have this route running ability and savviness, not to just run straight into the route, but have a little craftiness from trick to the trade that help Carson Beck complete, get easy completions. Love this from Marian. He doesn't play with his food, man. He gets that inside release. He knows where he's going, right? So it's a little slant route. See how he recreates the line of scrimmage, takes that couple steps up, and then steps on the DB's toes, pop, pop, inside, boom. Now I'm going on the slant, stack them. Great adjustment because this ball is being thrown to his back shoulder because Carson Beck doesn't know how far this linebacker is going to get. So he's going to throw it on his back shoulder. This is an excellent catch here from running full speed from Marian. So just great intangibles from the receiver room that you're seeing. Fans and myself, we're hoping to see more of this versus, higher competition. Here, 2x2 set, double post. Carson Beck's just reading the safety and letting it out there. We had this delayed crosser from Marian. It was wide open. However, Carson Beck was reading this safety here. He takes this post from Marian, opens up. So now CJ, he has the one-on-one with CJ. This is what we want to see. Put that ball out in front, allowing your receiver to go make a play in front of you, go get it. So these are the type of plays that we want to see more regularly from the receiver room, but they've been there. And the offense is winning running the football. So the explosive plays are coming and are sprinkled in. However, it's just really nice to see the balance overall. And these plays are there to be made. So we just got to go out there and make them. We've seen CJ Daniels make the one-handed crazy catch, and we just went over the diving touchdown. The diving crazy catch versus USF, but it's also great to see his route running ability outside of just that whip route. Here, bunch trips, 13 sets. So you get 3 receivers over here tight end in the wing, and we're gonna just go ahead and wait for that. We call it a snag route. Let Mally clear underneath, and as soon as this defender, because this defender has to go out on this out route, right? This guy's gonna flatten him. So as soon as you get past this defender's shoulder, boom, outside shoulder. We attack that outside shoulder, get right behind it, and sink underneath. So just great route running ability. He makes somebody miss, 2 people miss, and gets upfield. But just great to see. Okay, yeah, he's a stud. He's gonna make these big plays. He can get downfield. However, he has some route running and wiggleness to him. So we can get easy completions, man. This is easy. Just understanding when to turn. He's waiting for you. The offense might not be as explosive as last year without Cam Ward. However, we are still very efficient. That's gonna wrap it up, man. Please like and subscribe. Go Canes.